Good morning, Canada. Ooh, wow, what a chaotic series of events. And like the rest of you, I'm trying to catch up to and figure it out every day. And in our little group, when we sit around talking, we've come to a couple of conclusions. What did Trudeau do right? What did Trudeau do wrong? Again, I'm going to put it out there. Our group isn't left or right. We're not liberal. We're not conservative. We don't pledge an allegiance to any particular party. We pledge allegiance to Canada, and we want to make sure Canada stays free. That's our sheer motivation in our world, especially the way the world is going now. We definitely want to make sure that Canada remains free. One thing Trudeau did do wrong was took some of them freedoms away from us, both with how we interact socially on the internet and that trucker convoy thing. That was wrong. I don't think anyone's going to try that again, though, because, like free people, Canadians stood up, took notice, and said no, whether they were liberal or whether they were conservative. That's pretty damn good. And that showed the world something. So this time around with them tariffs, what did Trudeau do right? Well, he stood up and he retaliated immediately, even under threat of, if there's any retaliation, I'll add even more tariffs. Again, the world isn't buying into the art of the deal anymore. We know what the art of the deal is. You're a moron. So he stood up. That going to Mar-a-Lago, I don't know. Again, what's a world leader supposed to do? Nothing. I don't know. That's a hard call. That initial go to Mar-a-Lago, I don't see that as Trudeau going on his knees. I see that as our prime minister doing what he thought he needed to do when he's being confronted with a lunatic for a president of the United States. So it didn't work. Let's move on, as we did. Now, we announced immediately sanctions, and we went even farther, or tariffs, sorry, and we went even farther to sanctions. Mexico announced a little bit of tariffs. Canada stood him in his place. No doubt about it. This crap, again, we know he lies. They need our potash. They need our steel. They need our aluminum. They definitely need our discounted oil. Definitely. Why do you think he only made it 10% right from out the gate? So don't buy into that. They don't need anything from us. We have already figured out long ago the real goal is Trump wants to fulfill that manifest destiny. He wants to double the size of the United States plus, and he wants his legacy to be on Mount Rushmore with the rest of the great presidents. Come on. Quit kidding ourselves. And the world, everybody, quit asking, what does he want? What does he want? What is the deal? That's the deal, buddy. So in a month, what's going to happen? Who knows? Now, could Trump done better? Could Trudeau have done better? Definitely. Trudeau needed to take that second phone call. Trudeau needed to listen to the president and then explain to the president how that was very generous. Take the tariffs off for a month. But his mandate going forward was only to instill tariffs on the United States as of Tuesday morning. And then he needed to recall Parliament. He needed to call for an immediate election within 90 days. He needed to let us get our next prime minister in place. Liberal, conservative, NDP, Green, I don't give a shit. Because I don't care about a political party. I care about Canada. That new prime minister needed to run on a platform of Canada is going to say fuck you to Trump. And then that's it. Take the tariffs off then. Let the next prime minister decide. Trudeau, you really need to call an election, and you really need to keep the pressure up on the Americans. Canada, boycott their shit. Just because governments are taking tariffs off don't mean shit. Trump's trying to make a legacy at our expense. And he's got enough sycophants around him to do something real stupid. We need to keep the pressure up, and we need to encourage the good, wholesome Americans that can't be manipulated and cultivized to help us. And probably the rest of the world. If we have to do it alone, we can. But make no mistake, we're dealing with a monster.